Yeah, chat, hello. Hello, chat, how's it going? Doing a Saturday morning stream. Doing something a little different. I'm not wearing my normal outfit. I'm just in a sweater. Hello, Madre. I'm just gonna get right to the thing. We're working on my game. Oh my god, it's Mex. Hell yeah. Welcome in, Mex. Welcome, Madre. Wrapping presents for a certain streamer. Is it Agent Ice? So, this is gonna be a short. You have no proof that it's me, except for the whole specific the Mexanadian redeemed sticked bug. This is gonna be how to say this. A more just chilled stream. We're just gonna be listening to music. I'll talk to a little bit about what I'm doing, but I thought if I'm gonna be working on this anyway and just listening to music in the background, I might as well share with you guys. Now, what I'm gonna also try to share real quick. This is probably not gonna work. Different mechs. Hold on. Literally just. There we go. Oh, okay. I was unscrewing the wrong thing. Ow. Can you guys see that? This thing. Hold on one sec. This is how she's laying down next to me right now.
Matt can't be trusted with a gorilla zombie.
Oh, okay. She just curled up and passed out. Her belly's up, and she's just vibing. It's killing me. Like, come on, really? I mean, if I can't be trusted with the gorilla zombie, then who can? She must have been up all night. Yeah, bothering us. It's great. Now, I'm keeping my office a little bit warmer for Jaume, so it's nice and toasty in here. So she is vibing. Okay, so let's get into it, chat. I made a couple updates to this game, in case you're interested. To start, the original concept of what this game was going to be in terms of a Castlevania-like, that's dead. One of the things that everybody suggests using is this custom projectile plugin, and it does a lot of cool stuff. In my estimation, it does not work in Linux, which is what this computer is running on. It's my laptop. So I can't use that. So, and part of the problem is that to use the Castlevania like whip, you basically have to put an invisible actor. And I can make an invisible projectile that goes out with it, but it has to stick to the character. And if you just use a projectile that's visible and stick it to the character, it's choppy as hell. So using the invisible one works. However, the enemy projectiles that also use the same custom thing are like coming out of the character player, and there was no way around it. So that's dead. So now instead we have just a standard. It's going to be a projectile proton beam coming out. What I'm working on is changing it so that you can actually go prone which that's not working. This is a bug. This is not working correctly. And I'm gonna try to make it so you can do up and an angle, but I also don't know if that's all gonna work. So just for example, oh, and this HUD is new. This is not, so with Tibble's Adventure, the HUD was an actor that was just pinned, kind of like what this thing is doing up here. This is now all tile swapped. So, and that's actually a script. That score that's being updated is actually a script. So if we look at this map, oh jeez, crunchy. If you actually look at this map, you can see in the upper left, here's the HUD. So I have to put this on every map I make in the upper left corner. You can see these are all unique tiles for all the hearts. And then there's this guy, and then there's nothing over here. So, two things happen. One, I have these two scripts run that set where the HUD actually shows up. So this shows where the HUD displays on the screen, which is just this overlay bar. It's a white bar. And then this says, take this section of the map and throw it into this. So that's interesting. And then the score, to display that score, is this. So there's VM load text 1, DW var score, so that's our score variable, .asciz quotation slash 003 022 dash 001 D or percent D2 003 020 002 score. What and VM display text, what this is doing is saying, hey, find the score variable, put it in this spot of the overlay, and then physically write the word score. And then if the score and that's if the score is less than 100 or is 99, less than or equal to 99, and then if it's less than or equal to 999, hey, push the value over 1, and then another as time goes on, right? And then for the health chat, this is the health script. Let's go to 12. Actually, let's go to 12. If score is 0, row 1, that's a comment, VM push constant 1, VM replaced tile XY00 to blank BG HUD BG tile set, comma B underscore BG HUD BG tile set dot ARG0, and then at XY10 20304050 0111211314, and then it just keeps going with slight variations. So this is when you're gonna pretend I understand any of this. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a solid 12 hours to figure it out. Like, solid 12 hours. I'm gonna explain the gist of it though. So this is when 7. So when you have max, two things are happening. To launch this script altogether, when max health, player max health. So I'm going to make it so you can find a pickup that increases your health, and I'm going to hide it somewhere in the level. When max health is equal to 12, so you found all of them. And your player health is equal to 7 for the entirety of row 1, which is health 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's here. Pop 1, don't worry about the pop 1. And then, so it's pushing the constant 0. For 7th health, push the constant 0. And then for where there's tiles 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, to 12, you're pushing constant 1. What the script is doing is saying, hey, find this specific, or in this case, like the one is saying, hey, this is item 7, if you will. So heart 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's actually looking at another image, which is this. This is 0. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what it's doing is it's saying, hey, when on load, find your player health and replace these tiles with the image here. Then, if you take damage, look for your new heart arrangement and replace the tiles. So in practice, what that looks like is right now I have max 6 hearts, right? And we're just gonna ignore that spinny death. Oh, okay, so I just took a hit. So you can see, every time I take damage, it's leaving an empty container. So it's hot swapping that tile out. And I have an invisible ladder here because I wanted to see it in action. And what that's doing is it's on the map itself. It's actually recording that information here in this upper part. And the code is saying, okay, take this space and push it down here. You can see right now the score is connected to a timer. It goes up every 100 points every 3 seconds. All right, magic sword, you need to get turned down just a little bit. So that's what that code is doing. So I had to think of every when max health show this and this heart, and if player health is this. So it is so much code, you guys, I wrote to make this work. There was probably a more efficient way to write this, but that's for when it's 12. Here's 0 to 11 for all the, like, I had to write every version, and all the guides I looked at touched on a little bit of what I wanted to learn, but none of them completely had what I needed. So I had to kind of piece it together. Felt good when I got it, but boy, that was a challenge. So, what I'm doing now, the now times, I still need to update this part of the HUD, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. What I'm more concerned about at the moment today is this P state scripts. So there's, oh, hey, I need to swap a disk drive. I'll do that in a second. Right now, all these scripts were built for when I was doing the Castlevania method. And I got it all set up and I got it all perfect. And what it's detecting is, hey, when the player is, if you're starting to fall, falling, end fall, start landing, on ground, end ground, start jumping, end jump. It's all the possible states the player can be in. And the idea is that you assign this P state variable a number based off of the interaction here below. So I can assign, let's go to sprites. Let's go to player sprite v4. Here's my sprite sheet. This is the new player sprite I came up with. So the idea is that if you're idle, you're doing this with the pack. So here's idle right. So it animates like this. Just the guy. All it is this sprite across 3 things. Oh, you can't really see it because of me and Tybalt. But I'm animating the sprite behind Tybalt, and I'm just putting this character here for all 3, and then adding this pack change to 2 other frames, so it looks like the proton pack is lighting up. So what I got to figure out is in addition to all that, this is where it gets fun. This invisible actor, or this actor, is going to be invisible. And right now there's an on update script. Player press check. And this script is assigning a value based off what's happening. So if I'm pressing down, it puts it in value 4. If it's up and also right is held, the look state is going to be set to 2. If it's left and held, it's going to be 3. If it's not either right or left and it's just straight up, it's value 1. Otherwise, the value is 0. And I'm also removing left and right button scripts so that the player can't move. The idea being, I can determine based off of the player input what player's state to assign animations. So all this is player feel. So it's a lot. So that's why I'm like, we're just gonna vibe and figure this out. And clearly, something's not working right. Because when I press down, that's working. So the state's working. But now I've released it. And it should pop up by itself. And I also should not be able to go right and left. So I gotta solve that. And it just changed by itself. So I don't know why it's doing that. Some of this looks okay. Okay, but that's funny. It is. 100% it's funny. It's just not what I wanted to do. It's like, I'm a snack. So I got the direction right. So what was I gonna say? Also, I don't know. That's it. Oh, right. I need to swap it. So I'm also doing something on my main computer here. I have the box set of Parks and Rec. It's all the discs because I found it for sale in Virginia for $30 for the entire season. And it's one of my wife's and I. We love Bob's Burgers, but our set one of our second favorite shows ever is Parks and Rec. So what I'm doing, and we hate changing out discs. So what I'm doing is I have something called a Jellyfin server. And the Jellyfin server, did I have that in the right folder? Yes. What a Jellyfin server does is it's a home media server. So I'm uploading all these discs onto my computer. I'm ripping them. And I'm making my own media server for home so that I can connect my computer to my smart TV downstairs and we can watch these without having to ask or pay anybody for it. I can just do it. And if our internet dies and the outside internet, my intranet, my router or my computer and the smart TV can still connect to one another, so I can still watch TV or our medias. So yeah. It's a lot of work to get set up, but once it's done, it's done. It's pretty darn cool. Eventually, so I have one of my grandmother's old computers, but the hard drive died, and I was going to use that as a Jellyfin server, just turn it on when we wanted to watch something. But I need a new hard drive in it before I can do that. It died, and I can run Linux on it. It should be able to handle it. I just have to get another hard drive for it. That's a Bethesda. The bugs are the feature style bug I've ever seen one. Yeah, you're 100% correct. 100% correct. All right. I need to. That's not what I wanted to do. Hey, you gotta detect the new... Oh, okay, it doesn't want to detect the new disc. There we go. Detect it. Parks and Rec is pretty good. It got to the point that we really... So part of this is we paid probably $30 to subscribe to... Because we had a couple of the boxes already. Or a couple of the drives, but not all of it. So we subscribed to Peacock for like two or 3 months to watch the show. I forgot to get rid of it at the one point, so like we paid for an extra month that we didn't use. So I'm like, I'm done with this. We're making our own media server. As time allows, I just do this. So far, I'm working on the 4th season of Parks and Rec. Of getting that on my drive. And I also have all of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I have the first 2 seasons minus 4 episodes of Supernatural. So I want to get Brittany the complete box set of Supernatural so I can put that on my drive too. But one of my drives on my computer I've not been using for any real purpose. So I'm like, why not?
Save like a memory leak or time to time just cause they're old YouTubers I watched as a source in your server.
What? Season 4, D3. Okay. Supernatural is goated. Yeah. Brittany loved Supernatural when it first came out. The later seasons, I know she's not a huge fan of, but she still enjoyed it. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm actually saying the right thing here. Oh, wait, where did I put? Wait a minute. Now wait just a second. Oh, the other disc fell off. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fine. Tibble's in my server. That is true. I prefer the comedy to most of the other shows like it out that. Yeah. Exactly. It was more. I don't know how to describe. So one of the reasons I personally don't like The Office is because it's mean. Everyone's mean to each other. There's not, the end goal is not to put each other down at the end of the day and I'm the best one, or just being completely being awkwardly rude. It's like if someone does something stupid, it's because they're doing something stupid. It's not there's no very few characters in Parks and Rec, with the exception of Jeremy Jam, act out of malice. You know what I mean? There's stupid things in it, but it's not mean, if that makes sense. So yeah, it didn't rely on the awkward humor in The Office. Yeah. That's not for me. That show's not for me. Okay, let's get rid of this. Pick the right folder. Imagine if I tried to do this before I updated my computer. It would be having a heart attack right now. Okay, now that can burn for a while and I can focus on this. Crunch is just getting more and more comfortable. Oh, and I wanted to also chat. Actually, I'm going to do something else too before I forget. I think it's at least up until Christmas. If you have an Epic Games account, every day around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, they're releasing a new free game. They have their weekly games that they release for free. You can get free games now just every day. I think up until through Christmas. And today, apparently, it's a game called Blood West. Never heard of it. Weird West legends meet eldritch horror in Blood West. Immersive stealth first-person shooter. Become the undead gunslinger, doomed to roam the barren lands until he manages to purge their curse, freeing his soul. 3 varied scenarios, perk-based progression, and 20 hours of gameplay await you. Why not? That sounds fun. And then guess what? It's free. If I never play it, all I did was waste 5 seconds. Right. And then we can actually work on this game. There we go. All right. So, again, we are looking at... So here's what I want to see, right? Here's our variable player look state. So there's 4. And it's 0. Huh. It's interesting. The player state is not changing. Let's go over to the wall here. That should absolutely be changing. Well, okay, the inputs are working mostly. Okay, that's interesting. Might have to suss that out later. Okay. So here's... Ooh, it changed the state. Yep. Yeah, I don't know why that actor keeps doing that. I don't think some of these prefabs are going to work the way I want them to. Alright. So... Okay. So, let me look at this P state. So, it's the last one that I made. Let's actually collapse. Actually, you know what? First thing we're going to do is we're going to rename all these so that they make sense. You know what? No, we won't. Sorry. Whoop. Rename. Okay. That way I can actually figure out what the hell it's for at a glance. Alright. So, if player look state equals 4. If player press right. Actor. Oh, you know what? Actually, I wonder. Alright, here's the test. Here's the test we can do. Because you got to think about the logic of progression and the order of it, right? So we press down, nothing happens. If I shoot, it is doing it from the upper position. Yeah, okay. All right, so what that tells me is we need to put an else statement. If player state is equal to 4, while grounded, and player is facing right, actor... that's the animation state, prone right, which makes sense. If left, actor prone left, which makes sense. Else. Then we're gonna do else if variable set to value. And that value is player look state is equal to 0, which is our neutral. And we're going to put actor animation state to default loop animation. So what that should do is fix that issue. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Heck yes, chat. I solved the problem quickly. Okay. All right. Cool. So that problem is solved. Now. Okay, now here comes the next part. So the biggest challenge with all this, chat. So that's done. Excellent. One thing done. The biggest challenge we have to contend with is... Oh, this is such a good track. Biggest challenge we have to contend with is the limitation of projectiles. I have 3 bullet animations. So if I go to sprites and I go to beam angle, so there's the angle shot, right? So when a player places the angle, and I should be able to flip it for when the player shoots left. I have the horizontal beam, which is doing its jam, and I have the beam up. So in theory, here's the problem, right? Is I want this to work, so I'm gonna have to think about it a lot, and I might have to go into scripting to make it happen. But what I like is to have, so if the player, or heroes are here, sorry, let me take a step back. We have 5 possible, right, slots for projectiles. So in theory, I have 3, right? I have 3, the up, angle, and horizontal. The problem is that I need to use prone right, prone left. I need to use standard right, standard left. I need to use up, and I need to use angle left and angle right. And I think, oh, do I even have, I might have an up left and up right. So that actually might be 8. So I have 8 projectiles potentially, because the way projectiles are built, weapon, is it looks at source. There's offset Y and there's direction offset. So I can set it so that if I want to say, okay, if it needs to come out of the player at this direction offset, I can't make these a variable. These are hard-coded offsets. So if I need to make 8 variations of this, that's going to break. And then I don't have any, and then, let alone, that means I don't have any enemies, right? So I'm going to work on getting the platform and direction first, and then I'm going to worry about this projectile. Because there's definitely ways around it. It just, I think it's going to require coding, which is kind of annoying. Yeah. So I'll have to do more research on that. But for now, let's focus on the player state. All right. This is end dashing. Oh, so this fire beam check variable, that was checking to see if the B button was pressed. It no longer is being pressed. So, in terms of that Castlevania-like projectile coming out and staying with the character. So I no longer need to check that. So some of these are actually going to get easier. So, let's go to, let's end dashing. Rename. Platformer. Am I spelling that right? I don't think so. Platformer. Doesn't matter. State. N dash. Alright. So if N dashing, I think I can get rid of this. I think I can get rid of this variation altogether. So we're gonna just get rid of that. Then we're gonna put this up here. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I have to do anything else with that. Let's get rid of that switch. It no longer serves a purpose. Oops. Delete event. Okay. So now it will make sure actor player is set to animation state default. X, Y velocity. So it's setting the velocity. The idea is that one of the abilities is this. So here's your walking animation. I can also do a dash. So if you want to try to avoid something, you can in theory. Okay. All right, so that's done. That's another one. What do we got here? If A held while dashing, set to default, just jump. Okay, so yeah, this is another one of those checks that's not necessary. So we're going to I'm just gonna grab all three of these, put it above the switch. Get rid of that switch. And this allows you to what the script does is that script is setting it so when you are dashing, you can jump at the end of it. I don't know if I'll need to use that at all, but yeah. It feels better as the player. So we're gonna rename that event. Platformer plus dash. And jump. Okay. Oh, I forgot the word state. Rename event. State. Let's see, is there another one of my favorite tracks? So let's play two of my favorite tracks while we're checking this stuff out. Magic Sword just released this one. And it's called it's called Smoke and Thunder. It's from Pistol Whip, so I guess they did the music for a game. And it's badass. IMO, in my opinion. Alright, what state do we got here? Start wall slide. Okay, this is more of the same. This is why we name our instance is the same when things happen like this. I don't have to go and refix everything. Okay. So that should be already done. Rename event. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Anybody doing anything exciting with their day after this or during this? Might try to take Brittany to their Hers factory tonight. Yeah, Hers chips. They do a light display that's free. You just drive around their property. So, might just take her to do that. That might be fun. She's been having a rough couple days with her diabetes. So, I thought I could let her nap and just take her to see the lights. Alright. So, I think this is another simple one. Sure looks like it. Man, these are getting really easy to fix when I don't have to think about it. Alright, so that should be delete event. Okay. Okay. This is another one that's just as simple. On state start jumping. Players set to default? That doesn't seem right. On state start jumping, it should be actor slide. Slide static, actor fall, actor death, actor dash. Do I not have a jump state? That can't be right. Player V4. Actor jump. Oh. Yeah, no, it is right. It is right, because it's baked into the it's baked into the default animation. Okay. Alright. I was like, that's clearly not correct. It is. It is fine. Oh, Asian Ice just went live. I wonder what he's up to today. Platformer plus state. Start jumping. Oh, I was going to play another song. This is another one of my favorite tracks. Not for Magic Sword, though. This is the final boss music for Sonic 3. Oh, it's such a good game. I have typically two like Christmas games I play, which I'll play through. One of them is Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and the other one is Wind Waker for the GameCube. Those are my like kind of go-to Christmas time games. I should make a point of trying to play at least Sonic and Knuckles, because I don't think I'm gonna get through Wind Waker at this point. We got 5 days, man. Right. So that's set. Okay. Oh wait, do we get everything? Oh no, just this last one. Start falling. Okay. And that's just a matter of popping this up here. Okay. Rename event. Platformer. Plus. State. Start falling. Okay. So what that gets us, chat, is the point where that should all function. We should actually play around with that. Oh, my freaking stomach. Ugh, they redid everything at my gym, which I hated. The way they had it before was so nice. You didn't have to hang around the meathead teenagers. And they freaking redid it so you have to. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, right, because I'm facing the wrong way. That's expected. So I did, and they had new machines, so my arms hurt because I did another thing, and then I used an abdominal crunch machine, and I put 100 pounds on it, and it is struggling right now. Okay, so now we need. Okay. Oh, you know what? A lot of these are all gonna be grounded, aren't they? So. We're actually gonna need to add another event in here. If variable pairs with value. What is the value for 2? Press check. It's up. Ooh, you know what? We probably want to do it in the same method here. So if up and right. So if 2. Oh, we also probably want to do that though if they're jumping. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Sorry, chat. Hold on a second. What is this? Look at this moron. So, her little paw where you can see the beans, that's one of her front paws. What a ridiculous cat. Okay, actually, chat, I need to swap laundry. So I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to run an ad, and then we'll keep figuring out this is a comfy shame-free zone. It is not. When she's biting your face in the middle of the night, it's allowed. Judgment's allowed. All right, I'll be right back.
No vampires remain in Romania. I am not your Dracula spectacular. This is not your weekend in Vegas. This is not your selfie obscura. I am not your tour guide Barry. This is not West Hollywood on Thursday. I am not your object to art. I am not your sepia heyday. This is not the moment we part. No vampires remain in Romania. No vampires remain in Romania. Don't walk alone in Transylvania. No vampires remain in Romania. No vampires remain in Romania. No vampires remain in Romania. Don't walk alone in Transylvania. No vampires remain in Romania. 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 I am not your pop starlet savior. This is not your reference du jour. This is not your sanctioned behavior. I am not the disease or the cure. No vampires remain in Romania. No vampires remain in Romania. Don't sing a song in Transylvania. No vampires remain in Romania. No vampires Romania remain in Romania. No vampires remain in Romania. No vampires Romania remain in Romania. No vampires remain in Romania. No vampires remain in Romania. No vampires remain in Romania.
Frankie, in or out? Oh, hi! I'm back, chat. Not that you can see me. It's okay. It's okay. It's just people watching the stream. Yes, okay. It's just people watching the stream. Okay. I should have checked to make sure the disc didn't finish. Oh, it did. Ah, alright, well, we're gonna swap out the disc too real quick. Then we'll get back to video game. Alright. At this point, I'm just dumping the discs, and then I'm gonna figure out how to sort it later. I was doing it where I do it all at the same time, but it honestly gets really annoying when you do it that way. One of the things I'm looking to get right now, I have the same DVD drive that I got when my brother gave me his computer. he bought all these parts, the original parts for this computer, and he said if you can figure out how to put them together, it's yours, because he couldn't do it or didn't have the time to. And then I did, and I still have that same original drive, so I want to get a new drive that can also read and burn DVDs or Blu-rays rather, so I can actually put Blu-rays onto our own media server too. That way, every time we want to watch, I don't know, Ghostbusters or Star Wars, I don't have to. I can just do it through my media server. Technically speaking, I can even make it so that I can watch them on my phone somewhere else, like not just at home. The Jellyfin server, but I don't want to set that up. That's a little too much extra work. Crunchwrap's being a little weirdo down there. All right. Look at that info. Okay. So, right. It's been so long, I don't know what I was looking at. We're looking at... Right, we need to remake this. You know what? I'm going to steal this whole event. And I'm going to plug it in. Add it right here at the end. Oh, it's Crunch. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye, Crunchwrap. That's suspicious. Why does this disc have so much stuff on it? There's a lot of gigs on this disc. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it all in there then. I'll sort it out later. Rip it all! Okay. Oh my goodness. Miss Ma'am. She's very cozy, chat. Here, you can watch Crunch for a minute. Alright, so we're looking to do this. And we're gonna leave that alone. Delete that, because I'm pretty sure that's what I added. And I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna need to drag up here. Just pop it down there. Drag it up here. All right. So we can remove the attached script because that's not going to do us any good. And then, oh, I'm going back this backwards, aren't I? I think I am. Yeah, I don't need to, I'm doing so much extra work. I don't need to do it that way. Yeah, oh man, I'm doing so much extra work. I'm being stupid. Okay. Alright, cool. What I do need to look at though is don't put that responsibility on us. What, you don't want to see this? This thing right here? Oh, High five. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm stuck doing this now. I'm holding that kitty paw. We're gonna drop it. Okay. There we go. I gotta find a better solution for that. Okay. Right. Right. We're gonna look at sprites. I believe up I only put one way, because I wasn't thinking that through. Yeah, I definitely didn't think that one through. Shoot. Oh no, I did. I did think it through. Ah, there it is. Okay. So what we're gonna do is, instead of putting that there, get rid of that. And then we're going to do if variable pairs with value. I'm just going to pop this down here and hope I don't forget what I'm doing. Oh, excuse me, chat. Player. Actually. Yeah. Yeah. Player look state is equal to 3. And we're going to copy this. Copy that. When true, if facing right. And 3. Not gonna remember these. 3 is when left and up is held. Player state. So actually, I don't even need to do this. So we can remove that. Actor. Static, or no. Actor. Prone. Actor wall slide.
He never had a super jump and a half. Vending machine soda cost $2 now.
What? What? Mr. Joe, how you doing, man? How's it going, dude? Did I not put... Wait, did I not put the... That can't be right. Default angle. Oh. Maybe that is... that doesn't feel right. Sprites. You recognize this music? Yeah, so this is the new playlist. This one you might not recognize. This is the new playlist that's on my Spotify. Actually, I can probably share this with you guys. Maybe. I'll figure that out later. But this is since Epidemic Sound went away, I'm using Spotify, and this is music I know is okay to stream. So right now it's a lot of Magic Sword and some Torp and some other stuff in there. Let's see here. Throw it in the Discord. All right, I will do that later. Yeah, Spotify. And this will continue to grow as I have time. Like I went through a little bit at work for getting some lists together. And I think there's 73 tracks right now. And there's a lot of Magic Sword. I still have to get some other stuff in there. How do you know it's safe to stream? Okay. So Magic Sword is a Canadian. I think they're based in Canada. I actually don't know that. But they actually did a lot of stuff. And TechSmith, who's the guy I watch all the time, TechSmith314, actually used their music in his D&D campaign. And they are actually good friends. And he said, like, it's fine for people to stream it. Kings of Leon, the guys I played their track a little bit ago. Or I want to say I played their album on Gas Station Sim, gave me direct permission to do that. I'm gonna reach out to the Fly Guy 5 to see if it's okay. And then other things like this track is a remix of a Pokemon or a video game track, so I know. Twerp I know is also safe to play. Typically speaking, if it's someone that's not attached to a label, like clearly direct permission and some assumptions. So like I like Taylor Swift's music. I cannot play Taylor Swift on here because she owns her own label. Like she will go after you because it's her stuff, right? Phobos, Lord Phobos is part of Twerp. Twerp is okay with people using her music. So like it is a sometimes
I launched Matt a lot of work done
game
to
of
it.
chicken, but independent artists usually are fine play on Twitch. Yeah, exactly. Especially if you give them permission, or if you say what it is. So one of my future goals with this is to make it so that you can put some kind of command in the chat and it'll tell you what the track is. Like there's a way I should be able to connect to Spotify. That way it's like if anybody wants to know what it is, it's instantly there. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Metallica used to encourage your fans only to bootleg before they blew up. Yeah, so like it all depends on the artist too. Some people just don't want you to. But yeah, that's why I want to reach out to Fly Guy 5 because I would love to have their music on the stream. Anyway, back to what I was doing. Hi, Xiaomei. Default angle. It is default angle. Okay. Default angle. Oh. Hopefully that works. Okay, this should also... That should also be that. And then this should be 1. And that should be... actually, I'm gonna go back up here and use this. May, hello. Hello, May. Hi. Can I help you? Hello, Xiaomei. Hi, here, let me get you your blanket. Hold on. A lot of independent artists follow straight up say, if you can't afford it, just pirate my music. I've seen a lot of that sentiment. there was somebody who released an independent film recently that basically said pirate this if you can't afford it, and like they made more money that way because people were like, they watched it and like, oh, that was really good, I'm gonna support the person now. A wild May has appeared. Seriously, I was thinking of trying to play Pokemon Emerald on the stream. That would be a long game, and we'd have to use an emulator to get through the grinding parts. But I'm tempted to do that because I've never played it, and I do like Pokemon, and I've never really played a Pokemon game all the way through.
Hi, casual citizens. Want some silly merch to support the channel?
Yes.
Please consider giving a follow to help the channel grow.
Thinking of switching from Spotify to something called Quizbuzz. Pays a better percentage of ours. Yeah, I'm not hugely. I don't like a lot of that things that Spotify does. It's just at this point, like. So my wife and I both listen to a lot of music. Like, I think. Hold on, let me tell you guys. So this is before. This is non-stream related, so this is just all personal. So next year it'll be a little bit more skewed. Where's my Spotify? This past year, I listened to 45,821 minutes of music. So I listen to a lot of music. They said it's 31 days straight. Non-stop music. So for us, it's a matter of what are we going to find that's going to work for us. Spotify Premium seems to be doing okay for the two of us. I'm tempted to go to Apple Music, not that I like their stuff that much more, but like I like to support the artists more. And also Spotify's doing some weird stuff behind the scenes that I don't care for, but at this point we're locked in. We're gonna go. We're just gonna go with it. Alright, so let's get rid of this state. If player's facing right. 23,895. Yeah. Just realized people were gonna pirate his movie regardless of what they did, so he made an entire website for people to pirate it. And it has a tip jar for people to donate if they felt they liked. Yeah, like that's great. Not that it's the same, but that's what I did with Tybalt's Adventure. I'm like, it's free. You can, if you want to throw at me $1, cool. But otherwise, like, it's my first game. I'm not expecting the world. And I'm probably gonna do that with this next game. And then hello, can I help you, May? So for my third game, I'm either gonna do something for my job in Game Boy Studio and just like knock out a really bad game that's just like, hey, here's something for my work that's related to what we do. Like, that's kind of fun. Or I'm gonna start working on the Ghostbusters games. The Ghostbuster game I've always wanted to play, and I'm thinking in like a PS2 N64-ish, somewhere in there, graphic quality. We're gonna do actually look up right. And I was talking about that to my one coworker, and he's like, well, why don't you just make it your own thing that's not Ghostbusters, but make it your own game and put it out on Steam? And like, you could call, I was thinking of calling it Buster Bros or something stupid like that. Like, it's real obvious what it is, but like, it's also not that thing. Okay, so that should get us taken care of. We'll have to test it. So I'm debating if I want to do that or not. But either way, I'm going to be working on the game I want to make. Like, I'm going to learn Blender and then do all that. All right, chat. Here's the moment of truth. Prone, check. Up, check. Up and right, check. Up and left, check. That works. We got it. It's alive. It's alive. Dude, the amount of work to get to that point, I tell you what. Oh my god. Okay. Now we just gotta get the weapons to work. That's gonna be the fun part. Oh, so Joe, you haven't seen this yet. I'll have to show you real quick. So you see how I have, right now there's 6 hearts down here, and I have the score over here that's going up 100 every 3 seconds, just for testing purposes. Ooh, the game slowed down there. Ooh, okay, we might have to change how we do that. Yeah, we're gonna have to change how we do this. There's too much, it's checking too much. But anyway, let's take some damage. You see how now that 1 heart's still there? Alright, so let's get this guy off the screen here. Hang on a second. This is my test level, so I'm experimenting on things. Wow. There we go. Okay. Invisible ladder. Look familiar? I have a code that's pulling this overlay section down to here, and then code that's writing this, and that looks a little something. Switch player health. Assuming I have, let's say, 9 max hearts. Here's all the code that makes that work. This is why I've been doing a lot of learning off stream. Basically, the short version is, here are the unique tiles. On the game loads, it actually swaps it out to... Oops. Swaps it out to this background art. I don't even have to put it into the game. I just have it back here, and it'll swap out and say, okay, this is index 0, this is index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So when it loads, swap out, and if max hearts, right? Max heart is equal to 9, and you have 3 hearts. Take the first 3, or you have 3 health. Take those first 3 tiles and swap them with the index 0, which is the heart thing. Take the rest of it and push the index 0 and then 1, which has the empty heart. And then if you have push constant 6 for hearts 10, 11, and 12, because you don't have any max hearts. So swap it out for the blank so the player can. So that's all happening depending on what's going on. And that gets called, and it's put there and only gets updated when I tell it to update. So yeah, there's a lot. This took me legitimately 12 hours to figure out, between reading all the things and testing it and learning, and yeah, it's a mess. But now we gotta fix the problem. So the problem was that it was slowing down, and I think I know how to fix that. Coding takes time, yeah, but I had 12 tabs open, each with a different tutorial on how to use the damn thing. Son of a gun. I'm gonna have to delete this VOD now. Oh well. It is what it is. I don't even think I was gonna upload this to YouTube. I think I was just gonna let it be what it was anyway, but maybe I will. Maybe I still will. Twitch clip, don't you dare! Alright. So press check is based on ifs, And I think the problem is this player state is happening on update. So I think I need to switch this to switch. Yeah, I think it has to be a switch. Which will have five variations. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 variations. That really throws me off. Player state. I'm so sorry, chat. All right, win value is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And we're gonna take this. Plug that into 4. And we're going to take 3. Copy. And we're going to take 2. And we're going to take 1. And then we're going to take, I think that's it actually. Oh no, we need to do 0. 1 is taken care of, 2 is taken care of, 3 is taken care of, 4 is taken care of. Yeah. So then we're going to just take 0. Copy. All right. So now what we're going to do. So here's basically what I did, chat. This if statement, whenever something, so in every update, so which is every frame, it runs the script. And what's happening is it has to check it and go, okay, if prone, great. Okay, if not prone, go to the next thing. And then if it's not that, go to the next thing. And if it's not that, go to the next thing. And if it is that, and then you have to check one other thing, right? So every frame is running through this code and making sure everything's good and checking it and applying it. And that's why we get that slowdown, right? So what this does, I'm going to minimize and disable that. What the switch does, it says, okay, if player state is, or player look state is 1, ignore everything else, just do this. And then when it's 0, ignore everything else and just do that. So it cuts down on a lot. It's a lot less of if. It's just, okay, it's this. Okay, go here. Okay, execute this. Okay, check that. Okay, do this. So that's what that's for. Now why you wouldn't just make the if statement that efficient within the engine? But I think they added this in 3.
I was about time I'd have to refund.
Okay, that still works. That still works. That still works. Ooh, okay, that's broken. Okay, so here's what I'm doing, chat. I'm pressing down, pressing up, pressing up, pressing up and left, pressing right and left. Okay, so let's go down here. So what's breaking? Oh, you guys can't see it. What is the name of this variable? player look state. Okay, now you should be able to see. You see it has 0 right here? If I press up, it's 1. If I press down, it's 4. If I press up and left, it's 3. If I press up and right, it's 2. And you see how there it's 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. Now if I go up and right to 2 and immediately bounce to up and left to 3, but then I go back to where it's 2, it's not updating it. So it updates this array and then that way, but not this way. And it's got the right variable. So I expected the variable to be breaking. It's not. And if you guys are curious, that player press check, that's actually is an if statement. I don't think there's any way around that. So it's setting it based on these values. It's another Sonic 3 and Knuckles remix. Okay, so we have 20 minutes, chat. And May's on my lap, so I can't exchange the next discount that what I'm doing, but that's all right. So switch if 3. Wait, what was it breaking on? It's breaking on going from from 3 to 2. When 3 player default angle. Okay, we're gonna add an if statement in here. Variable. Oh, here, let me get rid of this. If variable compare with value. And we're gonna do player look state is equal to 2. Have default angle. All right. So what I'm hoping to do is say, hey, if you're 3 and it changes to 2, which actually here, let's go to, because 2 becomes before 3. So if it swaps to 2, you need to change your stuff. Oh, now it's not changing it. Now it's gonna stuck the other way. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We're gonna copy this event into 2. And if it's 3, we're gonna do default angle. Oh no. Oh, that's weird. Oh, it's the same. That's right. So that shouldn't affect it at all. Oh, I know how to fix it. I know how to fix it. Actor facing direction. Set actor position, set actor relative position, push away from actor. Yeah, that's not what I want. So what's happening is it's going through the switch, right? And it's going and it's locking in and saying, hey, you're at position 3, so you need to look this direction. But then when it goes to 2, it's the way that the player press check is being handled is if up and right 2, if left 3. So it's getting locked on 3 because it can go from 2 to 3, but it can't go from 3 back to 2. That's changing the variable. It's knowing that left is being held, but it's not noticing it's not pushing the player to look the right direction. And that's what's causing it to break. The question is, frick do I do to fix that? Right? Thanks for your tales, Yame. Thanks for that. Alright, so I need to direction. Let's just look. Here we go. Set director action. Okay. So, or player direction. So if it's 2, player needs to be facing right. Okay. That might fix it. Switches while statements scare me. I can't ever get them to work right. Just to be honest. While statements, they don't work for me. Alright. So we got this. We got that. We got this. We got that. Okay. So weird. Okay. So where am I getting caught at here? I can switch to 3, but if it switches to 2, hey Stone, how's it going, man? Hey, that's all right, Joe. I appreciate it. The game's going pretty well, man. We now have full range of motion for the most part. And we have some firing happening. It's just, as you can see, it's not all there. So we're trying to figure out how to get this, so I can have the player press up and right and then up and left to shoot in an angle. But if I go from up and left to up to right, back to up and left, it doesn't work. Which is great. Okay, so let's do this, right? So let's add the opposite. F3, face left. Let's just see if that works. But in theory, yeah, I could do a for a while. This is this. The problem with loops and whiles is that getting them to recognize that the loop is done, I can't seem to ever get it to function that way. Yeah, it's just kind of stuck there. So I can get it to go from... Oops. Look. So we can get it to go from 3 to 2. We can't get it to go from 2 to... Wait. Oh, now it's stuck. Now it's stuck. Huh. Okay. It's like when my old ass shoulder's acting up. Yeah. How's your day going, Stone? Hopefully it's going well for you. So, okay, what I've managed to do now is lock it. Else. Is it, does this do it? This should not work. Right? That should not work. That should be the opposite of work. Son of a bitch, it works. Okay. It's fine. That's so stupid. That's so dumb. Okay. All right. So now if we go and see the actor, is it slow down?
Bro, you were on and it automatically injects what they need.
Woo! Okay. Okay, alright. Bro, you were on it? And, wait, what? Tibble? Coding experience. Seriously, the coding experience. So I'm actually gonna try something. I installed something called, Codium. Or now I think it's Wave Safe Surf or something. So, Dan, who co-started the channel with me, got a tablet for himself. You wall jumping, yeah. By the way, Stone, how the HUD works is it pulls from up here. I have a lot of code in the background, and it just pushes it to the bottom. So I'm gonna make it so the player can't even see those tiles in each map. But, what was I saying? Oh, it's gone. Oh, so Dan bought a $300 tablet. It's a 15-inch wall tablet. He got it for half off. But it shows the weekly calendar, so he can sync his calendar and his wife's calendar. And it has chore trackers, it has reward systems for doing chores, which whatever. It can just show family photos, it can show the weather and all this stuff, and I'm like, that's cool. But I feel like I could do that myself. Like, I feel like if there's something out there, so I'm gonna try. It's called vibe coding, and I'm gonna try to use vibe coding to write my own application, because I have this free tablet that's just sitting here. That's an Android tablet. So if I can write it myself, it doesn't have to be super fancy, but if I can just do it for my own self-service and have it functional for my wife and I'm like, and it takes me 8 hours to write it. Like, I don't know. That seems like a pretty good deal. I don't know when I'm gonna find the time to do all that, but I'm gonna attempt to do it. Oh yeah, and I made it so that you can actually fell through there. That's interesting. Wait, you can that still counts. Interesting. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, chat. Crap. Save. Okay. I feel better. I don't think I've saved a single time this past hour. Oh, 2 hours even. Holy crap. Okay. So now that's solved. So I think the next thing I need to figure out, chat, is honestly the weapons. Oh yeah, we can get rid of this then. That's not needed. And I think we can get rid of fire beam check. Fire beam check true. Yeah, that's not doing anything. Yeah, it's wrapping nothing. It serves no purpose now. And then default scene loader. Yeah, that's not serving any purpose. So we're gonna get rid of that. And then let's go into the weapon. Delete event. Oh, that's also useless code now. That's not being used. That's not being used. Oops. I don't think that's not being used. Yeah. That's not being used at all now. So, yeah, that's perfect. So now, fire beam check is not used at all. Which means I think if I just do that. Yeah, now it's just another variable. Another blank variable. All right. Okay. Oh, well. It looks like my wife is done a little early here, chat. So she just texted me that she's coming home. That's awesome. Okay, well, in that case, chat, the next thing I need to do for the game is, I was explaining to it earlier, and I'll explain it succinctly, is you can have a limit of 5 projectiles in a scene at one time. The problem with the way I'm doing this, right, is even though there's 3 beam sprites, potentially, because of the way, like, if I launch the beam this way and turn this way and launch it, you see how it comes out from where it comes out of the gun on the other side. So I need to account for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 variations of fire of projectiles. And to top that all off, the reason I have to account for that, if we go back to our weapons, the offset is non-variable. It's hard-coded. So I have to figure out a way to make that variable, and I think that's going to require learning more of this kind of coding to make that happen, to force that to happen. I believe I can. I need to learn it. So that's going to be the next test to make sure this actually works. So here goes another 4 hours of research. That being said, chat, that's it. I believe in you. Oh, thank you. That's going to be it for the stream today. Oh, yeah, I have the background of here's where I started learning about the player Platformer Plus project. Sorry, this is part of the old hospital at Penhurst. So I was working on this game while at Penhurst. So that's part of the reason I'm really motivated to finish it. So I want to say I worked on the Ghostbusters game at an actual haunted location. I think that's cool. Chat. I'm gonna be very quick. Just have a good day. Have a good weekend. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to one another. I'll see you this coming week. I'm going to be playing a game called Fever Meme. Do yourself a favor and don't look it up. But I'll be looking at playing that this coming week. It should be a lot of fun. Hopefully, I'll see you guys before Christmas. Yeah. Have a good weekend, everybody. I'll see you later. Okay, bye. I gotta press the right buttons, chat. Oh, Agent Ice is streaming if you guys want to hop on over there if there's something you want to watch. Just saying. All right, goodbye.